Today we are removing a few toilets from this house. The house has been winterized. The toilets are disgusting. They weren't bolted to the floor. They were leaking around the seal, and you could see like sewage puddles. It's all got to be corrected. This toilet doesn't look too bad, but it's nasty. Real nasty in the back. A lot of iron bacteria going through this system. It says winterized, right? I'm very angry about whatever plumber did this, because on my way out I spilled a little bit on my pants. I tried to rinse it off, but after I'm done with the other toilets, I'm just gonna change my pants. They poured antifreeze over a turd and it smells so bad. What is wrong with that plumber? They couldn't have at least poured a bucket of water in there first, even if the plumbing system wasn't on? They had something wrong with themselves. All right, here we are in the second bathroom. Somebody wrote something in the mirror. I can't really make it out. It says A&D, second line. Looks like one space WICE. The next line, AS SHINY, and one ice as shiny. Whatever. Here's the job. This toilet's not bolted to the floor. It looks like it's leaking sewage. It smells in here. It's probably the same situation as the other, except the other toilet was like 30 years newer. Okay, it looks like the plumber didn't put a antifreeze over a turd this time. It looks pretty clean. But I can still smell like sewage gas leaking, so I'm gonna stuff a towel down there when I'm done. Tank has about 2 inches of water in it, ton of iron oxidizing bacteria around the bolts. Water was still on, I just shut it off. Now we just gotta disconnect the hose, and you see the toilet's not even connected to the ground. Get it up so it doesn't leak. There we go. It's got like 2 inches of water in the tank. See what I mean? The bolts on the sides of the plunger, they're covered in iron oxidizing bacteria. That was able to get in because this house doesn't have filtration or anything like that. It just comes right on in from the nearby stream. It's not really, can't cook with it. You can bathe with it, but that's about it. Okay, as soon as I get this out, I gotta peel the nasty wax seal up, and with a paint scraper or something. Then I gotta mop the floor anyways. Well, this one here, I guess it's semi-new because it only uses 1.6 gallons per flush. The other one was less than a gallon per flush, and no, the other one I think is the same, but this one's definitely older. It's not one of the ones from like the 50s where it actually has a 5-gallon tank it has to use. No wonder it's leaking on the floor. Look at that. See how the toilet's not going to balance for me? The whole seal came up with it. Now I got to balance this. That is disgusting. This is nasty. But at least it's not as gross as the last one. Just gotta wash my hands. I'll wash them after. Look at that. They didn't even paint behind the toilet. That shows how long it's been here. Or the toilet was put in before the construction was done, because that's bare sheetrock right there. And they got paint all over the back of the toilet as a result of it. At least it's an easy job. I don't have to scrape a seal off. I just got to clean up some of the marks. The floor is in perfect condition because it's a basement. It's right on the ceramic. The ceramic is right on the concrete, so there's no shifting, no cracking. But these people obviously didn't clean their house. There's a thick layer of dust on the baseboard everywhere. Right there looks like there's a little clean out there for the tub, I would assume, because that's over there is a tub. And we're gonna get some new toilets in here. This one here says Universal Rundle, and we're just gonna get ones. The ones I like to put in these for closed house are American Standard. We're not gonna go with the cheapest ones, which start at $96. We'll get one for like $199. So at least there's a little bit of quality there with it. Just realized why there is not, it wasn't bolted. You look at this, the bolt's completely rotted. Might be a little challenging now. I might have to dig that out and put a little bit of hydraulic cement, because unless we move it a little, which you can't, because I need to get the hammer drill out and drill new holes. All right, everyone, we are outside with the two toilets. You can see I have boxes down so I can easily clean up the debris. By now, you can probably tell what I'm gonna be doing. Smashing these toilets. They're not expensive to get rid of. Around here, you can go to the landfill, and for 20 bucks, you can get rid of 100 pounds of debris. That's the minimum. You have to pay 20 bucks. But other than that, you can get rid of 1 ton of garbage for 114 bucks, which is fantastic. I'm not trying to get out of that tiny fee. I just don't want these in my car. And typical garbage from your house and stuff you bring in person, they both end up in the landfill regardless. So let's have some fun with this. And we're gonna break it and put it in this container here, and then we'll bring that to the landfill so that won't make a mess in my vehicle. First of all, safety first. Got some safety glasses right here. I'm gonna put on my heavy duty gloves for picking it up. Then I gotta sterilize the gloves because I showed you there's raw sewage in the one to the left. And I got my boots. My plan is I'm gonna drop a cinder block on one and smash the other one with a pipe wrench. I don't have my sledgehammer today like I've done in previous videos, but this should still be pretty fun. Here we go. Hooray! Look at that, we broke that cheap press board thing, and there's the nasty turd sewage. I don't want this one to splash on me. That's why I'm throwing a cinder block at it from a distance. That's disgusting. Oh! Oh, look at that. It's still standing upright. Terrific. Woo! That is a strong base. Look at that, we broke that cheap press board thing. And there's the nasty turd sewage. I don't want this one to splash on me. That's why I'm throwing a cinder block at it from a distance. That's disgusting. Oh, look at that. It's still standing upright. Terrific. Woo! That is a strong base. Great. The boxes I laid out worked out. I'd say 95% of it stayed on the boxes. Just a few little pieces flew, and we'll go ahead and pick them up. All right, take these sweaty glasses off and start picking this up. I'm gonna throw that in the burn pile at my house. This is where toilet number 1 came from. Got some gloves, just a simple butter knife. I'm gonna peel that seal up, and then with a scrub brush, I'm gonna pour some of this down and try to get that nasty stain up. Most likely the new toilet will cover it up, but sometimes they're a little skinnier, and I don't want that showing. That'll be replaced, the new, with another flange after. It looks like they had these as shims to keep the toilet straight, because whoever did the floor was horrible. All these tiles are cracked and moving, and that looks like actual poop right there. Disgusting. Yeah, you know why it was moving? You see this right here? This is the concrete that they stuck the tile down with. You know why it's all pushed out? They put the heavy toilet on top of concrete that wasn't cured, and it just squirted out of the crack. Whoever did this was an idiot. You gotta wait for it to cure before you put the toilet in here. And these bolts here. They were just stuck in the flange there. Huh. You don't see that too often. Unless it's a metal pipe. A lot of times they would screw it into the subfloor. Because this entire unit here is a little loose. At least the subfloor underneath this is not rotted out. It's a little discolored from being wet because the seal was definitely leaking when it was being flushed, but it's not rotten. It's just discolored as far as I can see. It looks like this thing might actually be a little warped too, but it's not enough to warrant replacing it. Getting the concrete up. Look at that, if I kept prying, these tiles would come up. Just to keep the gases from coming up out of the sewer. Antibacterial all-surface Windex. There's not much left. Just gonna pour it around. Got a Dollar Tree scrub brush that I can just throw out after the jobs. Oh wow, that came up real easy. That is nasty, whatever that is. I still got to do the downstairs toilet when I'm done. We got another container of Windex. Got a bit of antifreeze here that leaked out of the bowl. It's just RV antifreeze, it's not toxic. There we go. This one's not as bad as the other. I take that back. These people caulked around the bottom of the toilet because it was leaking. People's stupidity never ceases to amaze me. I gotta get something to pick that off. You know what? That's not caulk. It's construction adhesive. I'm just gonna leave it and hope the next toilet covers it up. If not, I'm gonna have to be more aggressive with it. For now, it'll stay like this. We're putting the new toilet in next week. The other one's not going to be replaced until the floor is replaced. The floor down here is fine. That smelled so bad having to pick that stuff up. Thanks for watching.